Hey guys, and welcome back to another video by Beauty by Bridget. I'm Bridget and this is my channel. You can find me here on YouTube as well as on Instagram at _beauty_by_Bridget_, on Twitter at BridgetBBeauty, and on TikTok at beauty_by_Bridget. Why do I have so much energy? It's the tea. And that's the tea, sis. Happy New Year! Almost. It is New Year's Eve and I'm super excited. New Year's Eve is one of my favorite holidays because it's the day before my dad's birthday. New Year's Day is very exciting and great and all, and I love starting a new year and like having a new lease on life and resolutions and whatever. But more importantly, it is the birthday of my father. So that's pretty important and it's very exciting. But New Year's Eve is when we all get together and have campfire. And not only do we have a campfire, we have s'mores and we watch movies and we eat good food. And we go to my Uncle Peanut's house, and let me tell you, my Aunt Jessica, she makes the best like appetizer-y things and the most exciting desserts that I would never think to try. And also my favorite dessert, which is just a chocolate chip cookie with a scoop of ice cream on the top. But anyway, that's my New Year's usually. But this year my family will be in Tennessee on New Year's because my dad wanted to take a well-deserved vacation. So it'll be a little different. So I'm today gonna show you guys how I will be doing the look that I will be doing when we're in Tennessee. I'm just gonna kind of do it and talk. It'll be like a get ready with me style situation. So while you guys are getting ready for New Year's, you can just get ready with me. While I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna be spending some time reflecting on 2020 and what this year has meant for me and for this channel, and just examining and figuring out what this means for me going forward and what I've learned. And hopefully while I'm doing that, you guys can maybe think about that for yourselves as well. And with all that being said, I think we're ready to get started. So let's get started. So for today's look, I'm gonna do something pretty much normal for me, but exciting for people who don't normally wear glitter all the time. I'm going to be putting just some shimmers on my lid, similar to what we did in the e.l.f. video. And then I'm going to be putting glitter on top of that. I already have my lashes on because I had them on for something else and didn't want to take them off. And these are my Luho lashes. Use code Bridget20 for 20% off. And so yeah, just a fun, sparkly, shimmery, New Year's eye-catching look. I'm gonna be using my fingers a lot for this, also similar to the e.l.f., but once I get to the glitter, I'll use these little brushes. So this year has been the worst. I don't think anyone disagrees with that statement. 2020 has not been in any way ideal. Whether it be the pandemic or having to quarantine because of the pandemic or anything that the pandemic has affected, or my stuff dealing with my friends or my family or in my like personal life, like my mental and physical health has been a roller coaster in 2020. It's been what I said, it's been a roller coaster. Straight up like rock and roller coaster at Disney World, 4 corkscrews in the dark, Aerosmith blaring into my ears, horrifying roller coaster. But I have survived, and I want to spend the majority of this video talking about how I did that. So things that have gotten me through this horrifying year. So 2020 started off pretty good because things were pretty chill. I turned 22, my Taylor Swift year. It was great. Had probably my best birthday ever. I got to see just about everyone that I love over the span of a weekend that included a phenomenal road trip. And then everything just took a turn for the worse. Starting mainly with the pandemic. I've struggled with my mental health for a long time. Any of you who know me know that, and I'll probably do a video talking about that more in depth at some point. But being quarantined and holed up and constantly worrying about what was going to happen with the world and what was going to happen with my family and what was going to happen with my job and me, like, that was not good for someone who already struggles with their mental health. I had to pause and be like, okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna equip myself to get through this? And I got a new therapist. He's phenomenal. And he was like, okay, there are a lot of things right now that you cannot control, but what you can control is what you intentionally think about. Yes, your brain's going to wander and think about things that you don't want to think about, but there are things that you choose to think about all the time. So when you can help it, choose to think about good things. Find things that are good. So that's what I did. I started thinking about like, okay, I may be in quarantine, but I'm getting to spend a lot of quality time with my roommates that I wouldn't have gotten to spend with them otherwise. And my old roommate Emma got married this summer, and so I got to spend time with her right before she moved out that I never would have gotten. And I'm not saying that I'm happy that we had to quarantine, because I'm not, but that was a happy part that got me through it. Another thing is that came from this whole quarantine not really knowing what to do with myself situation was this channel. I literally started this channel out of straight boredom and time on my hands. I have loved makeup since I went to, I've always loved the idea of makeup, but I started actually doing makeup and experimenting with it and doing it as a stress reliever and a little mini therapy sesh for myself when I got to college. And I just had never thought, oh, well, I could make a career out of this, or anybody would really care to watch. And my roommates and all my friends were like, oh my goodness, start a YouTube channel, take your Instagram more seriously, take clients. And so finally, when I had all this time on my hands, I did it. And that video, thankfully, is archived now because it is just atrocious.
It was a good first try.
It was a good first try. It was filmed in my bedroom on my phone with just a ring light that I didn't know how to use. And my friends took one good look at that and said, we can work with that. And Bethany moved in not shortly after, kind of mid-end quarantine. Things were kind of opening up, but honestly, is quarantine over? Not really. And so she was like, oh my goodness, let's work on your channel, let's do this. And it's been one of the most positive and uplifting things that's happened for me. Yes, it's a ton of work, not only for me. I am constantly oh my goodness, Bethany is spending so long editing. Oh my God, I've put this burden on her. But honestly, I hadn't been able to look at something that I had done and be proud of it and be I did that since high school, when I was a cheerleader and would organize a pep rally and it would work. And this was a step above that. I was oh, this is something I could do. So we've been obviously working really hard and it's gone really well, I think. I mean, no, we're not famous or whatever, but I have a lash deal and I think our stuff looks pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. Thank you, Bethany. And we have a lot of fun with it. And in all honesty, that's what matters to me at this point. It's helped me immensely get through a time where everything else is stressful, but I can focus on this and enter this world of Beauty by Bridget and everything just be okay. Another thing that has been good makeup-wise in 2020 is that I was actually signed a contract to be a contract makeup artist for a company called She Is Art Beauty. And it's run by a girl that went to the same university that I did and started makeup similarly to what I did, doing pageant makeup and then doing a wedding or so and then starting YouTube and going from there. And I haven't gotten to do anything with her yet, but that really opened my eyes to the opportunities of hey, I could do weddings. I did makeup for my old roommate's wedding, as you guys have seen in previous videos. And I had done my sister's prom stuff, but I never thought to myself I could do this. I could make a living doing makeup. And I'm not to where I'm making a living yet by any means, but I have had several friends reach out, and honestly, that's where it starts. Like, I'm in January going to be doing one of my great friends from home. I'm doing her maternity pictures, and I'm doing the makeup for a girl that goes to my church that I met through my college group. I'm doing her wedding makeup in January, and I, at this point, will have done the makeup at a wedding for my friend Anna in December. And these are things that I never would have even thought of myself doing before I actually sat down and thought about it. I did a girl's makeup for just a photo shoot that she was doing for a friend that was a photographer. And that's when it hit me, oh, like I can do this. And she's the one that put me in contact with Brittany from She Is Art Beauty. Shout out Sarah Fox. She's also lives in the house where we did our clue shoot. So she's done us many a favor here at Beauty by Bridget. And it's just been cool to see how that's grown. Even though it's only a little bit, it's grown even in the short amount of time that I've been doing it. And I can't wait to see how much more it grows in 2021. Now it's glitter time. Oh, frick, I love glitter. I am incredibly thankful for my amazing friends and family. They have been amazing. Whether it was my roommates getting me off of an air mattress in the living room because I was panicking at the beginning of quarantine, or Bethany just going above and beyond to make my dreams of this channel come true, or all of my friends that watch these videos, even just people watching them, like it means the world to me. And everyone is always so supportive and reach out to me and let me know, like when I pop up on their For You page, or when I post something that inspires them, or if they recreate something. And even outside of makeup, like just knowing that I have people that care about me, even when I'm struggling, even when things are not ideal, even when it seems that all I do is complain. It's just impactful to have people that stay in your life in the midst of that. Also, this year has been pretty lit music-wise, if I do say so myself. Homegirl Taylor Swift, 2 albums so far. There's a theory that there's going to be a third. Who knows? There might be a third before this video comes out. But the first 2? Exactly what I needed in quarantine, let me tell you that. Taylor Swift single-handedly saving 2020. Folklore, just spectacular. Just everything we needed. And then Evermore coming in and saying, hi, I'm even better. Like, how dare she? She has every right. She can do what she wants, and I will love her no matter what. But, like, I just can't get over it. Anyway, music has always been something that I connect to, like, from the get-go, especially Taylor Swift. But, like, even when I was a kid, you can ask any of my friends from home. I would sit and listen to a song, and everybody would be like, no, we need to move on. This song's boring. Like, it's slow and sad. But, like, no, I'm going to emotionally sing the whole thing, and I'm going to feel my feels, and it's going to help me. It's going to help me process. And that has been a huge impact. Whether it was Beth's Halloween playlist, just giving me something else to focus on, or the Folklore album, or Beth and Jordan and Hannah and introducing me to other music. Like, the beginning of this year was when I fell in love with Lizzo. Lizzo, a queen. And even though I didn't get to go to all the concerts per se that I was planning to get to go to because of everything, the music has been something that I can escape into when I feel like I'm sinking. One of my favorite times of the day is when we cook dinner, because that's the time when I know that me and Jackie and Beth are all gonna be in the same room for at least like 15-20 minutes. And I
say we can cook in only 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, but that's the time when all 3 of us are there.
Okay, you're right.
It definitely takes way longer than 15 or 20 minutes for us to cook anything.
We're better cooks than we were at the start of 2020,
but we're still not good. We're very thankful for HelloFresh. They're the reasons we've survived. But I am such an extrovert, and in a time where I really don't see many people, seeing my roommates and getting that quality time and talking about our days, we take turns talking about what happened and just letting it out. That's something that's been really impactful for me, and we always have music going on. We have named the Alexa in our kitchen computer, so we just yell at it and it plays music for us. and it's very exciting. And we just dance around and have a good time and let go of the stress of the day while preparing some yummy foods. Singing Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande with your roommates while like stirring mashed potatoes and chopping scallions. Like, what are you even doing? Try it. 10 out of 10 would recommend, or 3 out of 3 in this home would recommend. So I cannot go through a video talking about what I'm thankful for and not mention my homie, my BFF, my main man, Frank. He is my baby. We will insert some pictures. Me adding more glitter is not as important as my child. I love him with my whole heart. And I did not think that I was capable of loving a dog as much as I love Frank. But really, he is one of the main things that's gotten me through. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, for someone whose love language is physical touch in a pandemic where I can touch no one, my dog has gotten me through. And he's honestly one of the best things to ever happen to me. When I adopted him, I was like, you know what, like, emotional support animal, we'll try this out. But I was not expecting him to become the thing that I care about the most in this world. And he is, in fact, that. I could be having the worst day. He will still look at me and just be like, I love you. Like, with his eyes. He can't speak. But like,
Imagine if you could.
oh my God, Frank would sound so dumb. Oh, my sweet boy. He's in his bed right now. His little bed is right over here. Every time we film, he curls up in his little bed and he just watches. It's a lot of talking about my dog.
Okay.
But I love him so much. Another thing that has undoubtedly gotten, there we go. Speaking, we only kind of know her. Something that has gotten me through 2020 has been streaming services.
If we're gonna be honest, we're gonna be honest.
If we're gonna be honest, we're gonna be honest. Not even just Netflix, like streaming services as a whole. Between the members of this house, our families or our personal selves have just about every streaming service you can think of. Lit as heck.
We're thriving.
We're thriving in the television department. We don't have cable, but can we watch ABC shows through Hulu? Yes, we can. Have we been trying to keep up with The Bachelorette? We did it first.
Pretty much watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, we watched like almost all of Dancing with the Stars. But TV and shows and movies, I've always loved, and Beth absolutely adores. Like,
Going to be my favorite thing in the world.
Beth's absolute the thing she talks about the most out of anything, cinema. And so she's gotten to show me a lot of cool stuff. Jackie and I watched a lot of really harebrained, off the wall, random stuff on Netflix. And it was an escape. We watched this show called iZombie. Bryant showed us this show about zombies and it was wild. Beth and I and our friend Molly have been watching this show called Sherlock. Referenced it in the Heat and Snow Miser video. That's right, I said Snow Miser because I've learned. And that was really good. Can't wait to finish it. We're waiting on Katie to come and see us so we can finish it. That's right, Katie. Come see us. And we also have been watching The Umbrella Academy. What? It's so good. Just all of these shows and movies that I've gotten to see because I've had time. During Halloween, we watched like every Halloween movie that we could think of. And over Christmas, we did the same thing with Christmas. And we have been watching Psych. Oh my goodness, Psych. Burton Guster has my heart. I would have never seen that show if it weren't for Beth and Jackie and the time that we had. While we haven't been able to go see like shows, and while movie theaters haven't been open, and while I didn't get to go to concerts, I've still been able to experience like art and culture and cinema and find comfort in it.
The real world can be a little hard to handle.
Yeah, when the real world is hard to handle, jump into a fake one. Not literally, but like with your mind. Find a show and just get borderline obsessed. Another thing that has really gotten me through 2020 and gotten me through my whole life, if I'm being honest, is my faith. And that's not something that I talk about a ton on this channel, but that is something that's going to change in 2021. I'll probably talk more in depth about it when we get there, but my faith has given me a hope that is not matched by a TV show. It's not matched by any song. It's something that has been my rock, is one of the biggest reasons that I started this channel, and that's why I want it to be a bigger deal. But I won't spend 30 minutes talking about that right now. I'll just finish up my highlight and move on to my lips. Do I look crazy? Yes. Is that what I was going for? Yes. I want the reflection of fireworks to just beam off and communicate with the space station. Just gonna make use of the purple lipstick from Purple People Eater, but as what it's used for this time. You can also alternate this in for a nude lip if you're not feeling as spicy as I am. Sir, I just talked about how thankful I was. I straight up look like some kind of xenon.
The girl of 2021.
I'm into it. Can we just talk about Nobody No Crime? Ugh.
In our timeline, Evermore came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I forget that YouTube time isn't real. I'm just not over it. But will I still be this at New Year's? Yes. Because guess where I get to go? The Bluebird Cafe! Where Taylor Swift was discovered. Maybe I should use one of my disposable wands because I'm a makeup artist. I'm a makeup artist. So now that this New Year's Eve makeup is all complete, we're going to do some glamour shots. But these are going to be a little different because not only will you get to see glamour shots of this look, you will also get to see a highlight reel of all of the looks that we've done on this channel this year. This year has been super fun and it's been a great first year of this channel, and we want to celebrate that and just have a little look back and reflect moment. So enjoy those looks. Completed New Year's Eve look. I love the way that it turned out, and I had a really good time making this video. I really honestly enjoyed going through and thinking about all the things that got me through this horrible year. It was really helpful for me to go through and think about all of the good things. Not that they make the bad things not exist, because this year has been awful, and I'm sure it's been worse. I know that it's been worse for other people than it's been for me, but it is very helpful and has been for me, and I'm sure it will be for you, to go through and think about all of those good things. So if you guys have good things that got you through this year and helped you process and helped you just make it, leave them in the comments. I'd love to read them. If there's something different than what I said, I'd love to try it out. I'd love to see what's helped you guys and see if it'll maybe help me as well. After you've commented, go on ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. We have put out a lot of content in 2020, but let me tell you, there's gonna be even more in 2021 because we'll have the whole year, not just the little end part like we did for this year. I'm super excited for what's to come, and you'll get to see that if you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're so proud of everything we've done this year, and we can't wait to do even more next year. Happy New Year! We'll see all of you beautiful people in 2021.